which kids are special education kids. You can't tell which kids are general education kids. And all of the kids in that classroom get a really quality education. And they, all the kids can reach their potential. As far as the kids who are on the track, we already have kids that transition to work. So we have kids that go to work for the Goodwill. So we already have a transition plan for them in place so that once they leave high school, they have a place to go. They have a job to do because of the nature of their disability. Maybe college is not for them, but they can go a different path. But if college is for them, we have the classes that they go to, we have the support, we have the RSP, RSP students in general education classes. As I said, we have the co-teaching. Also, we're bringing in universal design for learning, which is the way the teachers design the lessons for it, so that any kid in the classroom, either special education kids or general education kids, can complete the assignment based on the best way they can complete the assignment. So maybe writing, a special education student doesn't write well, they can verbally tell the teacher what they're going to do. And that's a way for the teacher to assess what the child is doing. So there are many ways that I support, ways for special education students to be successful.
Okay, so we're getting short on time. So there are like 5 cards that are pretty much worded differently but are the same question for Mr. Bennett. So basically, Mr. Bennett, what these cards say is, first of all, they want to kind of know what prompted you to leave Poly High School for LAUSD. And they want to know, basically, how would you feel about running a charter school versus an LAUSD school? And also, what do you think are some of the challenges that you would foresee? So basically, I think that in his answer will cover, hopefully, these 5 parts.
Thank you.
So, as I expressed before, I'm deeply passionate about education. I'm a school site person. I tried local districts for a couple years in my director role now, and I want to be back at the school. One of the things that obviously the Birmingham community has already learned is there are a lot of the district and bureaucracy get in our way of helping students, and so I am keenly aware, maybe more aware than many, about the limitations that we have in the district. And so, being somebody that is passionate about working at a school site, working with students and teachers and parents, the opportunity to not have some of the impediments and restrictions that just get in the way of teaching and learning is very exciting to me. I believe I have an innovative mindset about education and how we can support students. And so the concept of not having LAUSD in the way to micromanage the way we can support students and families, I can't think of anything that would be more exciting than that. I may have missed a question in there.
Perhaps after somebody asks the same question, will they not be able to?
So Poly's a unique place. My mentor started there in 2003, 2004. And my work there, part of my work there is in honor of her, Jan Martinez. And so I can't leave the school and explore other opportunities, explore coming to a charter school, unless I can make sure that the person that takes over for me shares that same vision with the previous principal. And so I have the opportunity to ensure that my successor would be able to move into that role and carry on for Poly. So I can continue to learn in my career, the district office, and one day come to a charter school. But the stars had to be aligned to make sure that somebody who was passionate, cared deeply about the school, would be able to take over. And so that's why I left Poly.
Okay, last question. It's in 3 parts.
teacher? Second part of this, all completely unrelated, but they're all related. What experience do you have in working with the Hispanic population? And finally, why should we hire you? So, Tracy, you go first, please. The question is, what do you value in a teacher?
I think I value a teacher most commitment to the children. The teachers are here to teach. I value hard work. I value that they love children. They have a love for children. They want to see children succeed. Whether the teacher necessarily gets along, with me or outside the classroom is not important to me. What's important to me is what that teacher does inside that classroom with those kids. And the teacher, to me, does a teacher plan? Does a teacher connect with kids? Because some teachers don't connect with kids. And connecting with kids, are the teachers able to teach the kids? Because you have to have a connection with the kids. You have to have the knowledge and the connection with the kids in order to teach them. So that was what I would value in a teacher, being able to connect with the kids, a love for kids, a love of the job, a love of teaching, and wanting to get that knowledge into those kids' heads, because it's not easy. I always say teachers are literally on the front lines. They're doing the hardest job, I believe. So I had a high, and I was a teacher. I was a classroom teacher. So I know what it was like to be a teacher. And I've taught other classes outside of school, and I remember what it's like to be a teacher. So just the love of kids and a passion for getting that knowledge into those students' heads and connecting with the kids. And then the next question was?
Hispanic population.
Oh, I've always worked with the Hispanic population. Like I said, I started over at Broadus Elementary School on Fillmore and Dronefield. It was 98% Hispanic. I went to McClay Middle School, which was 98% Hispanic. In fact, I learned how to speak Spanish at McClay because everybody around me spoke Spanish. I've forgotten it since I've come here, but I worked with a high Hispanic population. I went to Bret Harte. It was 80% Hispanic, and now I'm at Birmingham, which is what, 95% Hispanic, somewhere about there. So I worked with the Hispanic population all of my career, which is more than 20 years, long time.
Why should we hire you?
You should hire me because I am committed to Birmingham. I think that I've been here, I think even as the leader in these short 8 months, I think I've made some really hard decisions, but I think I've done what's best for the school. And I think I've done some things that other leaders haven't done. I think that I'm trying to improve communication among the adults. I'm trying to build a better community and a better culture for Birmingham. I truly believe, and I've said this before, that we're an island and that we have to get along together. We have to live together. And I really believe in the greatness of Birmingham. I believe that I can lead us to that greatness. I believe that Birmingham, which is average, normal, everyday kids, can be a great school for everybody, and we can get those test scores up so that 70% is our base. But I just feel like that I am in a unique position to understand what Birmingham needs, and I also think, as a person working here, I think we need some stability. I don't think we need any more change. We need to, and I'm willing to work with you to move forward to get to where we need to get. And I think I understand that. I think as an insider, that's a unique perspective, that I understand that I can move us all together. And I mean all of us as a community and as a family to get to where we need to be.
So I think Tracy's right on when she says love. I think a lot of it comes from love. You have to love students in this profession. And it helps to love people too, not just students, but adults. But, I think if I were to dig a little bit deeper, and I mentioned this in my opening, empathy is a really important piece. To really imagine yourself in the shoes of the students. What is it like in that classroom? What is it like sitting in the back, or in the front, or in rows? Are we communicating in a way that makes sense, that's engaging, it's exciting, it's going to motivate them? Are we providing them all the opportunities that they would need to really help them flourish and become their best selves? And so there's a lot to it. I do agree it's love, but I think in the end it's really trying to understand what it's like for a you know, a 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old sitting in a high school classroom in 2019 with all that they have to compete with, whether it's drugs, social media, the media, and how can we help them make sense of it all? And I think that's where it starts, trying to put ourselves in their shoes. Secondly, Poly High School was predominantly Latino, 95%. And I worked there for 19 years, deeply invested in the community, still work in that same area, Northeast Valley, with the schools that I work with and they have me working with 5 of the 7 lowest performing schools in Local District Northeast. They happen to be predominantly Latino, about 95%, whether it's Vista, I was supervising Clay, and Fulton, and a number of other schools as well. When it comes to why you should hire me, I would say I am a passionate, relentless advocate for education and for students. You know, I am going to think out of the box. I am going to be innovative. I'm going to be creative, but I will be collaborative. You know, and I think I mentioned earlier how I don't like to put limitations on anything. So I don't know. Has Birmingham explored the idea of partnering with or creating a middle school so we can have a feeder pattern into Birmingham High School? So we're building the community. Birmingham is a great school. I think there are plenty of ways that we can leverage the excellence that's in the school to really broaden the opportunities for our students and really enhance what we have here at the school. And so I hope you'll consider bringing me on to serve with you. Thank you.
That was the last word. Well, I don't think the school can do great, either of you. So thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Ari. Thank you all for being here. If you leave your sheets here, we'll use them at the board meeting on Thursday, when the board will be to interview them for one last time. So good evening, thank you, and good luck to both of you.